So, who is Lucifer? Where the verse in question is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. Where here are only a few of the parallel translations that I took from Bible Hub. Where first let me point out that only the King James Version has translated the Hebrew noun Hallel, Strong's H 1966, as Lucifer. Where next notice that some of these translations use the word morning and others dawn. And the word morning in the Hebrew text is from the noun boker, H 1242, where the word dawn comes from the noun nephesh, 5399, where even more words we find are shining and star, where the word shine or to shine is in the word family of ne'ir, 5216, where star comes from the noun kohab, H 3556. And as for the word bright or brightening, this is from the noun nogach, Strong's H 5051, where here we also see the ISV chose the word day, which is from the Hebrew noun yom, Strong's H 3117. And what I'm getting ready to show you should shock you because none of these words in the Hebrew text are even in this verse. Not a single one. Now here on the screen is the verse out of the Dabhar literal translation, where for the sake of this discussion we're going to focus in on this part of the verse which is from Hallel, designated here as son of the black redness, where simply the noun Hallel here designates the name of this being. And the noun here shares the word family of the verb halal, which occurs about 165 times in the Old Testament. And the concept of shining here is rendered as illuminate here in Isaiah 13:10, which we'll come back to in a moment. Where you see here the widest definition of this verb has to do with that which is praised, where most of the occurrences of halal accord to the praise of Yahweh. However, Hallel, son of the black redness, is also a praised illuminator, according to his illumination, as the being Hallel. Where also some of these occurrences of halal, the verb, are translated according to raging, boasting, or bragging. But for the sake of this study, understand that Hallel is a proper name of this being, where commonly the names of angels end in El, such as Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, and on. But what's very important to perceive here, according to Hallel, is his designation as son of the black redness. So, what is the black redness? From the noun shachar. Well, what we've determined, it's not any of these other Hebrew words, bocher, nefesh, ne'ir, kahab, nogach, or yam. But rather it's shachar, Strong's H 7837, consistently translated in the Dabhar literal translation as black redness. And the black redness is the designation for the early red dawn, specifically the fourth watch time, from the hours of 3 p.m. into the morning of 6 a.m. But we do not translate shachar as morning or dawn, because there's other words to designate morning and dawn. So Hallel is the son of the fourth watch time, the curse into the morning, the day and the hour of which not the Son or the angels, but the Father alone perceives. See my last two videos, the Great Tribulation and the Cursed Fig. So I hope you see how utterly misleading these translations are, because the shachar is a direct reference to the watch times of the night, namely the fourth, which these translations have nullified in giving us the ability to connect the dots to the New Testament revelation. And as I've talked about in other videos, those prophesying in Acts 2:17 concerns the first half of Daniel's 70th week, and Acts 2:18 those of the second half, third watch time, great affliction. Where Acts 2:20, the sun will be darkened, etc., is after the affliction of those days, Matthew 24:29. Where all of these verses concerning the fourth watch time point to Matthew 25:41, the segregating of the right hand from the left named, which is the same as Luke 10:18, where the word fallen here in Luke is in the aorist open time tense, okay? It's not past. No, it concerns the prophetic watch time of the black redness. So we have to have a pattern of words being healthy, as opposed to words that mishandle the Word of God. And yes, the shachar involves the hours of the morning, but not limited to the time of dawn or morning. No, it involves all of the hours beginning in the early red dawn into the morning, concerning the judgment into that prepared for Diabolos and his angels. Which, yes, angels are figures of stars, but again, H3556 is not in the verse. And as for day, the day and the hour not one perceives is the day of the eon into a new heavens and earth, which is not the context here. Where besides, H3117 is not in the verse of Isaiah 14, and we should not just simply throw it in there. God inspired the words to give us the context, which is Hallel, son of the Shachar. And what I want to talk about in yet another video, which will be a condensed version of my video called The Morning Star, is that the context found in the spurious book of Revelation is contradictory to the revelation of the New Testament, concerning the day and the hour not one perceives, not the Son or the angels, where Jesus Christ the Son is not designated as a morning star or a day star anywhere in the New Testament or the Old Testament. That is, unless you're trusting faulty Bible translations and or this one spurious book inserted in the back of our Bibles. So in my next video, we're going to talk about more corruption in the New Testament writ, namely 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 19, where here again the translators are making this verse say things that are not in the text, but irresponsibly added, which I'll talk about in that video, where then the real identity of this morning star, the bright one, the morning one, will be revealed.